items that you see on a lot of menus. How do you guys feel, both as diners and owners, about the expectations of guests, things that you walk in, you're like, man, I really want a steak. Everywhere should have a steak. Are there items that you are sick and tired of seeing on menus and wish would go away?
You have a fine balance between having to, what guests enjoy and what they expect when they come to your establishment. So you want to make sure there are certain dishes that aren't touched, and sometimes people get very upset if you change a dish that they want on there all the time. But then again, you want to be creative and you want to be artistic, and you want to change what your menus are doing. But I don't know if there's anything I'm really sick of necessarily.
I mean, none of you have typical, it's not a menu where it's sort of the basics. Do you find that people come in and they're looking, somebody says, oh, well, your menu looks great, but don't you have a burger? Does that happen?
People always ask for pad thai. They're like, do you have pad thai? And I'm like, no, I don't.
Have you ever thought about like feeding the beast and having like your own version?
I would never do pad thai. I try not to do things that are like, you'll find in every like run-of-the-mill like Thai restaurant or whatever. Even though there's an adobo in every Filipino menu, but that's like a thing that you can't not have. But I also feel like it's not like people know what adobo is like as much as they would know what pad thai is.
Right.
But no, I try to stay away from things like that because it's just like, maybe that's a dish that's like boring to me, even though I love pad thai.
Right.
I just try not to do things like that.
Your menus, obviously, there are no staples. Do you find that there are guests that come in that are looking for that? Do you cater to that ever?
Well, there are a few consistent items like meatballs, potatoes. Like there's a few items that I think, like any restaurant, like when you open, you get, critical recognition for certain dishes, and then you kind of have to have them on there because people. So within the realm of the restaurant, like actually, I really like the potatoes, but I could see how somebody would be like over the potatoes or the meatballs here. But it seems like they're still pretty popular items. So I don't think. For me, like food trends, I think they tend to work themselves out, and I don't think you need to. We need to like fight against them. I think that the masses will determine what's worth becoming a standard and what they become over. Like I don't eat a lot of kale salad, but you know what I mean. Like maybe that's the one thing. You can see you guys think it's great, but I'm like it's like the last thing I would ever order. I mean, kale is what I put in my juicer in the morning when I want to get rid of my hangover. It's not something I want to enjoy on an afternoon, with nuts and stuff on it. So I'm over kale.
Well, like I'm over it. There you go. Thank you.
Yes, I'll stand up against something.
Okay.
Yes.
So it's like you need to, at the end, even with all the fads, if anything, you just need to remember why you decided to open, what your concept was. I hate that word concept. What you want to do, and remember just to stay honest and true to that. And if you get excited by crudo when you're out trying somewhere and you're like, wow, I could do a great play on this that works within what our restaurant wants to do, great. And if not, fine. I do think it's dangerous if you get caught up in that fad, because I don't think that that's a very honest expression. So that and fads come and go. So I feel like if you can find inspiration from something that's trending and from something that's exciting, great, awesome. But at the same time, don't feel that you have to actually follow those unless it is an honest expression of what you're trying to do. And I think that everybody here does that with their food, and I think that that's what guests also go to. They go there, guests want to see what you're doing, and they want to go out of their comfort zone a little.
Do the familiar dishes sell better? I mean, is it, it's great to say, okay, we really love this ingredient, but when we put it on the menu, nobody ordered it. Is that a balance that you have to find of like having enough familiar things that people will order?
It's on the day of the week we find. Like sometimes we'll, Fridays and Saturdays, I'm not gonna lie, yes, there's more people that come out and we get can I just have a green salad with some dressing? Can I just have this or that? And
a kale salad.
Yes, exactly. Peanuts, exactly. But you have those requests, and you make a decision as your restaurant whether you try to accommodate everything, but at the same time, like some dishes are just you're not going to change or adjust.
I have a lot of people who get upset when there aren't certain dishes on the menu that they think should be on the menu. And then there are also people who get upset when I take things off the menu and they're like, we came in for this and you don't have it? Like, what are you talking about? Do you guys ever have people come in with like, and they're on their phones and they're like not even looking at the menu and they're like, we're gonna order this and this and this because it's the most yelped about or like Instagrammed or whatever menu items, and then they're like, why isn't it on the menu? And I'm like, no, but you'll love this. Try this new dish, like our new oxtail dish, like it's great.
So we're okay with all the trends as long as it's not kale.
Well, I love kale.
They probably have kale on their menus.
The next entire round table, kale, friend or foe.